I'm Debbie from So Easy, and today I am going to be sewing production line style. I need to make some burp cloths. I've got 3 friends who are all expecting babies and I want to make burp cloths for all of them, but I don't just want to make 1 or 2, I want to make a great big bundle because they've told me that these are going to be really useful. So they aren't that slow to sew anyway, they're pretty quick and easy, but I'm going to see just how many I can knock out this afternoon and do as many as I can. So I've sized my pattern so that it's going to fit on a fat quarter of fabric, so I can get 3 out of a fat quarter. So I've got a pile of those ready. I've also got some terry toweling fabric. You can just use a cheap or an old towel or something if you don't have the actual fabric itself. So let's make a start. So here's my pattern piece. You can download this one if you want to, I'll include a link, and I've sized it to fit on a fat quarter. So here's a fat quarter of fabric. This is a kind of cute sort of nautical print which I quite like, and I've drawn it, I've used a Sharpie so you can see where the pattern is nice and easily, and I've just drawn it 3 times side by side. And then I've also cut myself a piece of the toweling fabric and I've just very simply pinned that on in place, just in 6 places, and then I'm going to sew the whole lot in one go so that it's going to save me on cutting and sewing time. And I'll just start up here and sew with like a 1/4 inch seam allowance all around the inside of these 3 shapes, and it's not difficult, so it's going to take me just a few minutes. Well, that was quick. I had those sewed in no time. Now, although I said sew around the edge, I should have mentioned that if you sew all the way around the edge, you won't be able to do anything else with them. And it's exactly the same as anything that you need to turn or with a bag. So on the long straight seam on this side, I left a gap. It doesn't need to be much, just a couple of inches. So I've left a gap on the long side of each piece where I haven't sewn, and that's going to help me to turn out. So now I just need to cut them all out. I've got my line there, so I can just cut around my lines. It doesn't have to be really neat. These are all going to be hidden on the inside anyway. Last little bit. Okay, so that's the first one cut, and then we need to make some snips. So here where we have the inside curve, I'm just going to take the tip of my scissors and make some little snips here. It's going to help when I turn it the right way for that to lie nice and smoothly. Okay, we're done. Remember to take out those couple of pins. Now I'm going to turn it the right way. One side. And the other. And now I just need to go around and fuss these edges a little bit, make sure everything's pulled out smoothly. Okay, so I need to now sew around the outside. What I'm going to do is just use the edge of my presser foot as a guide. I'll make sure the edge of this fabric is all nice and smooth, as you can see, as it goes under the presser foot. And sew all the way around with quite a narrow seam just close to the edge. And when I do that, I'll fold these edges in, make sure that they're neat. And when I sew across, it's going to close up that gap. And I'll sew all the way around these edges, around these corners, and we'll have a look, see what they look like. So it took just a few minutes to turn all those the right way round. Then I went round and edge stitched all the way round, which closed the gap that we had just here, and these are done. So that's another 3 burp cloths I can add onto my pile. I've quite enjoyed sewing production line style today, and I hope the mums are going to enjoy their new burp cloths. Thanks very much for watching, and do drop over to Sew So Easy where I've got lots more sewing tips and tricks.